You think you're being clever by mixing vegetables into everything, but little did you know it would lead to threats of legal action. To understand how we got here, I need to take you back to when I first moved into a rented house with a single mother and her 6-year-old son. I was 26 at the time, and she was 4 years older. We were just two women sharing a space, each doing our own thing. Our work schedules rarely aligned, and I spent much of my time at my boyfriend's place. Everything was fine until I started noticing something strange happening with my food. At first, it was just a minor annoyance. I'd come home from a long day, looking forward to the leftovers I'd saved, only to find them mysteriously reduced or completely gone. I suspected it was her son, so I calmly asked her to keep an eye on him and stop him from eating my meals. She agreed, but the problem persisted. It wasn't just the inconvenience of missing a meal, it was the frustration of planning my day around food that wouldn't be there when I needed it. Through my observations, I realized something crucial. Neither the mother nor her son ever ate vegetables. Anything green was left untouched. Orange chicken vanished, but chicken and broccoli remained. So, I devised a plan. I started incorporating vegetables into everything I cooked. I love vegetables, so it wasn't a hardship for me, and it seemed like the perfect solution. I mixed bell peppers into mashed potatoes, added broccoli to cheesy fries, and even stirred roasted Brussels sprouts into mac and cheese. One day, as I was preparing a pot of mac and cheese, the mother saw me adding Brussels sprouts and accused me of being greedy. She complained that they needed food, to which I replied that she should buy some or make better use of her money. She saw my actions as some sort of revenge, but I just wanted to eat my own food without it disappearing. The real issue wasn't about sharing, it was about the expectation of having food that wasn't there. If she had just asked before taking, I could have planned accordingly, but she never did. Instead, I was left with empty pots and an empty stomach. The situation escalated when I decided to make taco meat with mushrooms and peppers. The mother was watching me closely, and when she saw the mushrooms, she lost it. Her son hated mushrooms, and she was visibly upset. She started yelling, stomping around the kitchen, and threatening to involve authorities. I calmly told her to relax and suggested she use her government assistance more responsibly. She took offense, calling me condescending, but I was just stating the facts. I couldn't afford to feed 2 extra people regularly. My budget was tight, and I relied on leftovers to stretch my meals over several days. Her actions were affecting my finances, and I couldn't let that continue. Despite the tension, I felt for her. Cooking wasn't her strong suit, and her aversion to trying new foods was evident. But it was no excuse for taking my food without asking. In the end, I stood my ground, continuing to add vegetables to my meals. It was a simple solution to a complex problem. If only she had communicated, things might have been different. But as it stood, the vegetables stayed, and the threats of legal action faded into the background. Just another chapter in the saga of roommates and the battle over food.